Friends, with this big change for this weekend, I just want to think with you and ask you the question, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you prepared? This weekend reminds us that anything at any time can happen. Anything at any time can happen in your life. So are you ready? Are you ready? This is what it says, 1 Thessalonians 5, verses 1 through 11. Let me read this to you. 1 Thessalonians 5, verses 1 through 11. Brothers, about times and dates we do not need to write to you, for you know very well that the day of the Lord will come like a thief in the night. The day of the Lord, everybody, will come like a thief in the night. While people are saying peace and safety, destruction will come on them suddenly, as labor pains on a pregnant woman, and they will not escape. But you, brothers and sisters, are not in darkness. So this day should surprise you like a thief. You, brothers and sisters, are not in darkness, so this day should not surprise you like a thief. You are all sons of the light and sons of the day. We do not belong to the night or to the darkness. So then, let us not be like others who are asleep, but let us be alert and self-controlled. For those who sleep, sleep at night, and those who get drunk at night. But since we belong to the day, let us be self-controlled, putting on faith and love as a breastplate, and the hope of salvation as a helmet. For God did not appoint us to suffer wrath, but to receive salvation through our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. He died for us so that whether we are awake or asleep, we may live together with him. Therefore, encourage one another and build each other up, just as in fact you are doing. Encourage one another and build each other up. So in 1 Thessalonians 5, it says, you know very well that the day of the Lord will come like a thief in the night. So be prepared. Be alert. Also be informed. We shouldn't be surprised that one day, the day of the Lord will come. The scriptures say one day everything around us will end. The scriptures say that Jesus will come back someday, and Satan will be ultimately defeated. And those who are in the Lord will call them to be with him forever. So I just want to ask you this morning, are you ready? Are you ready? Do you know who you are? Do you know what you believe? Do you have your bags packed? Do you have your bags packed? Like you were getting ready for a most important trip in your life, because we do not know, as it says, 1 Thessalonians 5, verses 1 and 2, it says, the day of the Lord will come like a thief in the night. Are you ready? Are you wearing the armor of God in your life and walking with him and trusting in him? If you're an organized person, if you're a person that cares about the details of your life, the most important thing you could do is have your bags packed and your trust in Jesus Christ, so that no matter what happens, you are ready. We had snowfall, I guess a month or so ago. They said that we were going to get 1 to 3 inches of snow. So since we were going to get 1 to 3 inches of snow, we decided that we'd still try to have our Christmas dinner. We thought we could have our Christmas dinner. We thought we could have our cookie walk. And we were very excited about that. So, it's hard to make, please have mercy on us, everybody. It's hard to make the decision to have church or not have church in the wintertime. And my prayer always is to God, dear Lord, if you love us, please let us have church every Sunday. But in the middle of December, we had to cancel church because they said 1 to 3 inches of snow, but we had 9 inches of snow. 9 inches of snow. So we had to cancel church. So you never know. Of course, obviously 2020, we'll never forget 2020 and where we were during COVID. Talk about a season where you have to be ready for something. So are you ready this morning? Because you never know what's going to happen. Are you ready? Are you walking with Jesus? Have you given your life to Jesus? Have you said, Lord, come into my heart, be Lord of my life, forgive me for my sins, and I just give it all to you? Have you had that simple prayer for your life? It's so important. And the reason why it's so important to have that simple prayer is that you have confidence no matter what happens in life. You have confidence. Even when your life is going crappy and you just feel like you can't survive. Even when you feel mad at God, you wonder where the Lord is. Sometimes I'm frustrated with God because we try so hard. Our church, Living Word, is the little engine that could. It's the little engine that could. And we keep trying to move this church forward. And Satan has thrown so many fiery darts at this little church and at us. And it's not been easy for us. Now, our church is built on miracles. Our church is built on miracles. We shouldn't even be here at all. But it's been hard, for our church, and it's easy to get discouraged. But if you have the Lord in your life, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happens. And you can just keep on keeping on. And that's like here at this church, even though we have hard times and we've struggled financially. And frankly, everybody, I get paid every other week, and I wonder, will there be enough money for my paycheck? And I'm so thankful to you all for how you provide for me and my family. I am so thankful. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for what you do for me and my family. But if you have the Lord, no matter what you go through in life, if you have the Lord and you're ready, because we don't know when the thief is going to come in the night and just, cause hardship and sorrow and heartache and struggles in our life. If you have the Lord, again, I mentioned Andrew trying to figure out the next step for his life and trying to figure out if he should do this deployment or not. But, he came to our bedroom the other night and talked to us about it, and we were able to, Jennifer and I were able to hold hands with Andrew and have a prayer for him and remind him that, son, you've been a part of a pastor's family all your life, and you know that we're not perfect, but we try to walk with the Lord every day, and you got the Lord in your life. And the Lord loves you, Andrew Allen, and the Lord knows that you've sacrificed a lot being a pastor's kid because you've seen so much crap over 30 years. So if you've got the Lord in your life, you're ready no matter what you face. I don't want to get into the details because Jennifer will get mad at me, but this past Friday, I had a very standard and a very basic medical procedure done at a UPMC satellite office in Penn Hills. It was a very, very standard procedure that many, many people have to make sure that we have good health, to make sure that cancer doesn't creep in some way. So I had a procedure done on Friday morning. Had to be there at 6:30 in the morning, and that's early for me because I'm not a morning person. Like Scott and Cheryl, I love you guys. You guys are beautiful people. I know that they go to bed early throughout the week. So if I send them a text late at night, I like apologize, like, hey guys, I'm so sorry to send this. I'm sending it now because I don't want to forget, because I know you're probably sleeping, but I know you'll get it when you get up early, you know. So anyway, I had this exam, had to be there early in the morning. But you know, when you have procedures done, the hardest part about them is surrendering. You know, they put an IV, you know, in your arm, and they tell you to take a deep breath and just go off to sleep. So I did that on Friday. You know, the nurse anesthetist. Is that how you pronounce it? Nurse anesthetist. Everybody say that with me. Nurse anesthetist. So the nurse anesthetist put a mask over my face and asked me to take some deep breaths and just relax. And I have to be honest with you guys, right at that moment as I was taking those deep breaths, and I've had a few surgeries, and I've had other times in my life where I've had to take that deep breath and go off to sleep. But right in that moment, I wondered, will I wake up? I know this is a very basic procedure, but what if it goes wrong? What if I have a heart attack? What if something really goes wrong? Because things do go wrong. And what if I don't wake up? And what if I don't see my wife again who's waiting for me in the waiting room? What if I don't see my twins again, Allison and Andrew? And what if I don't see my all-star basketball player, Aaron? What if I don't wake up? What if this is it? What if this is the last moment of my life? Do you ever have times in your life where you wonder? So in that moment, I wondered about my mortality. I wondered if I might not wake up. I wondered if it might be over. And I'm sure many of you have thoughts like that at different times in circumstances like that, or even if you take a plane ride or something like that. Will we reach our destination? And that's why it's so important that you be ready. That you be ready no matter what goes on in your life. That you be ready for immortality, to face immortality. But you got to pass through mortality to enter into immortality. But you have to be ready for it. You have to be walking with the Lord. And if you have the Lord in your life, no matter what you go through, you will overcome. You will endure. So I just want to know if you're ready today. And that's why we're here as a church, everybody. You know, that's why we ask you to help us financially. That's why we ask you to help us. You know, help us with Vacation Bible School. Help us with Sunday school with the kids. Help us with work around the church so we can make sure our church plant is running well. Help us shovel sidewalks. Help us remove snow from the church. I want to thank Jim and Nick for all their work helping us with snow removal. You know, we ask you to help us because we have a mission here at the church, and that is that we want people to be ready, no matter what the challenge or the struggle in life. And we don't want anybody to be left behind. We want everybody to be ready. So I want to give thanks and praise that in that split second where I was asked to take a deep breath, and even though I had a little bit of fear, I also had confidence because I know that I'm ready. I hope the Lord will permit me to live a long time as an earthly man. You know? I want to see my grandchildren someday. I want to see my kids succeed someday. Hope God will permit all that. But I'm ready no matter what happens. I'm ready. And I'm ready tomorrow with whatever challenges or struggles happen in my life at home or happen in the church. Please pray for the church, everybody. Please pray for smooth sailing for our church. Please pray for protection in our church from the evil one who tries to get in the way of our relationships with each other. Just pray for smooth sailing and jubilant joy in our church. I really wish I could have played the worship, the band videos to you. But again, with our video switcher not working that well and really needing to upgrade, believe me, you'll thank me later. But we had such a great practice on Wednesday because, everybody was unified together, just enjoying each other's company, praising the Lord, having some laughs, and preparing music for you. So pray for our church, that God will continue to bless our church and our relationships and keep the evil one from us. And I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful for our church as we head into 2026 that cool things are going to happen. We're going to be unified and protected from the evil one. But no matter what tomorrow brings us, no matter what crises or trials or tribulations, if you're ready, if you're walking with Jesus, really the thief in the night can't touch you. The thief in the night can't touch you. Can't steal your joy, can't steal your hope, can't steal your happiness if you are walking with the Lord. But you do have to be ready. My biggest fear is that there are people that maybe won't be ready. There's going to come a time where the extension of grace that God is offering to people is going to be withdrawn. And Jesus is going to come again, and you don't want to be somebody who's left behind. And think about people you love, everybody. Listen, we have to bring people to church. We have to bring friends to church. We have to bring workmates to church. We got to get serious about inviting people to church. And you're the best one that can do that, everybody. I preach okay, I sing okay, but I can't get people to come to the Lord, but you can. I can't get people to come inside our church and worship God, but you can. You can. Share that news so that everybody is ready. I'd like to finish with a song. I saw a live version of this song by DC Talk. DC Talk, the Christian band. It's I Wish We'd All Been Ready. There's a beautiful live version of this song, and I'd like to have the band do this song sometime in the near future. I'd like to have Alan Adams take the vocal lead on this song and lead us in worship to this song. It's called I Wish We'd All Been Ready. But today, to finish our worship together, I'm going to sing it for you. I haven't done it a lot, so if you could have mercy on me, I would thank you.
Life was filled with guns and war, and everyone got trampled on the floor. I wish we'd all been ready. Children died, the days grew cold. A piece of bread could buy a bag of gold. I wish we'd all been ready. There's no time to change your mind. The sun has come and you've been left behind. A man and wife asleep in bed. She hears a noise and turns her head. He's gone. I wish we'd all been ready. Two men walking running up a hill. One disappears and one's left standing still. I wish we'd all been ready. There's no time to change your mind. The sun has come and you've been left behind. There's no time to change your mind. The sun has come and you've been left behind. The Father spoke, the demons dined. How could you have been so blind? There's no time to change your mind. The sun has come and you've been left behind. There's no time to change your mind. The sun has come and you've been left behind. I hope we'll all be ready.
I hope we'll all be ready, friends. I hope we'll all be ready when Jesus calls us home. And if you're walking with Jesus today, it doesn't matter what the thief tries to take away from you, because God will give you strength to overcome in your